Hey now, welcome to Freedom Sufferer Cards video number 1000. I sit down, man. And today, I sit. Bam, man. Unreal, man. That's right, Randy. We're going to continue with the playoff preview with round 2. We're going to try and be quick. I'm trying to sneak this in right before I head on over to Canada. Oh, I get that, man. All right, man. And there's still 2 series going on, so we don't know the last Western matchup. We got the Jets and the Blues still going on, and the Avs and the Stars. So I might have to add that part when I get to Canada. Dedication, man. All right, man. Let's review what happened quickly, man. Well, it was quick work, Randy. Washington dispatched of the Habs in 5 games, 4-1, and we both picked the Habs to upset them, so that didn't go well. Your fault, man. And the Canes also did quick work of the Devils. It was too hard. Too hard for the Devils. They tried their best, some valiant efforts. They had some leads, including in the elimination game in Game 5, a 3-goal lead, and they just let it slip. Markstrom was inconsistent. And here we are with the Canes going up against the Caps. Well, man. All right, man. Start with the Caps, man. Yeah. Caps leading the way, 9 points in 5 games. Dylan Strome, 2 goals, 7 assists, plus 3, 1-game winner. Great round for him. We had Beauvillier came out of nowhere. In 5 games had 5 points. He was plus 4, 1 goal. Obviously, that goal was not a game winner because you will know who got those very soon. I chose Tom Wilson as a game breaker. He showed up as their 3rd leading forward in points. Also 5 points, but 2 goals, 3 assists, plus 3. He was definitely a game breaker. Got under the skin of the entire team. No game winners, but solid performance. Then you got Ovi here. Authentic moments, more of them, including a game winner in overtime for the first playoff game winner overtime of his career. Overtime game winner. He brought that energy. Also had 5 points at a point a game. 4 goals, 1 assist in those 5 games, plus 2, and that aforementioned overtime game winner. Oh, man. All right, man. We're just rolling, man. We are rolling like Jacob Chitrin, who had 3 points, but he was a plus 7. He had 2 goals. Half of those, Randy. I know it's just 1. But that was a game winner as well. Unreal, man. And TVR, man. 2 points in 5 games, man. Plus 2. Both of those 2 points were helpers, man. And obviously no game winners with no goals. And in net, I mean, Hulk Hogan Thompson, you can't win. 5 games played, 4 wins, 1 loss, goals against average of 2.23, save percentage of 923, no shutouts. He got hurt by his own player, by McMichael, who cross-checked him in the face. Or not McMichael, was it? No, it was Strome. Cross-checked him in the face. And hopefully, he's healthy. He looked healthy in that last game, because Lindgren, in 1 game played, came in relief, goals against average of 8.57. Unreal, and a save percentage of 800. Don't laugh, man. Hilarious, though, man. Game breakers. We picked the bread man, Mangiapane, the other bread man. He had 1 goal, 1 assist, but that goal was a game winner. Points in 5 games. Even player. There he is with the Flames. And then Mr. McMichael picked him as a game breaker. He had 5 points in 5 games as well. Plus 5, 3 goals and 2 assists. He showed up. The youth is ready, Randy. And Duhaime, I'm picking him as a game breaker. He had 3 goals in 5 games, plus 1. It wasn't the game winner in those 3 goals, but he was definitely a game breaker. Oh, man. All right, man. Now it's time for the Canes, man. Going right to it, Randy. Sebastian Aho, 8 points in 5 games. Over a point a game. You don't usually see that with Carolina. But I'm liking it. And Svechnikov, 6 points in 5 games. There he is. 5 of those were goals. He had a goal a game and an assist. Game winner for both Aho and Svechnikov. Their big players are showing up in the big games, Randy. Oh, man. He was also a +3. We got Seth Jarvis here. He was 5 games, 5 points, another point a game, 2 goals, 3 assists. It was a -1. Did not have a game winner. And then you got Jackson Blake in 5 games. I did pick him as a game breaker. He didn't get a game-winning goal, but he did end up 4th in points for forwards with 4 points in 5 games. 1 goal and 3 assists, +2. Beauty, Randy. Just like Shane Gossett. Yeah. 4 points in 5 games. Yeah. Just under a point a game. 1 goal and 3 assists. And then you got Jacob Slavin, who had 3 points in 5 games, 1 goal, 2 assists as well, +2. No game winners. Freddie, always sharp, just like that card, but he's always hurt. He got hurt again after putting up sparkling numbers in 4 games, 3 wins, 1 loss, goals against average of .159 and a save percentage of .936. No shutouts, and having those numbers is unreal. But then he got hurt. The Chekhov came in, sealed the deal. In 2 games, he had a win. Goals against average of .250, so much worse, but still okay, and save percentage of 900. And for game breakers, well, we did pick Stankoven, and he brought that Stank 3 points, 5 games, including a game winner. 2 goals, 1 assist. Beauty. We picked Martinuk in 5 games, 1 goal, 2 assists, but that goal was a game winner. Solid on the game breaker picks there for both teams. I'm also going to throw in Taylor Hall as my game breaker pick for this round. In 5 games, he had a goal, 2 assists, 3 points, -1. He did have a power play goal, and special teams come up big in the playoffs. They're extremely crucial. And I know he's lost a step, but he could still skate. He's a great skater. He's got lots of speed, and he's got a nice aggressive forecheck. Aggressive forecheck. All right, man. Who are you picking, man? I'm picking the Caps in 6, Randy. No respect I see for Brendan Moore's crew, man. I'm picking the Canes, man, in 7. All right, man. All right then, Randy. Canes in 7. Now, next up, was it ever any doubt, Randy? Oh, there was a lot of doubt for a while, man. There was, Randy, but you picked the Leafs to win in 5. I picked them to win in 6, and that is exactly what they did against the Ottawa Senators. How they made it happen, leading the way. Willie Nylander is beauty 10. All Willie did was have 9 points in 6 games. Say what you will, but the core 4 showed up. 3 goals, 6 assists. He was -2. No game winners there. That's why you pick devious game breakers in the playoffs. Mitch Marner, all kinds of pressure on Mitchie. How did he show up? Well, with 8 points in 6 games, including 7 helpers on those 8 points. 1 goal. What about Pappy? He's been hurt all year. Went to Germany for that demon blood, as you say, Ray. Oh, that demon blood kept him around for a while, man. Beauty 10, man. What did Pappy do? How about that, man? Pappy had 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points in 6 games. No game winners, but a huge goal in Game 6 in Ottawa. Oh. All right, what about former captain right there? JT, man. Come on, man. All right, looking serious. Ice in veins, man. What did he do, Randy? Well, he also, just around that point the game, like always, ever so consistent. 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points in 6 games. He did have a game winner. -2. And then you had Mr. Matty Nyes. And Nyes showed up with 3 goals. Beauty. Electrocast. Love that card. 3 goals in 6 games, no assists, -2, but he was a beast. An absolute tank. Huge plays, dude. Huge plays. Oh. What about Mo, man? Playoff Mo is back. 2 goals. 1 assist, 3 points, -1. Some huge goals. They picked up goals from the defense, and they were last in the season. But another 2 goals from a defenseman. OEL. 2 goals in 6 games. He was a +2. No assists. Just a great performance all around. And Stolart's the only one who played. In 6 games, he had 4 wins and 2 losses. goals against average of 2.21, and a save percentage of .901 with no shutouts. But he stood tall, literally. Took out Ridley Gregg with a beauty body check, and there were at times you were a little bit worried. Gave up a scary one to make it 2-2 in the third period against Ottawa in Game 6, but they bounced back and closed the deal. And for game breakers, what about Benny? Check him out. He had a game winner, a goal and an assist in 6 games played, 2 points. Love it when these guys out of nowhere get some game winners in the playoffs. And I picked Patches. He had a game winner as well. That was the elimination game, shown there with a nice autograph and shown there with a nice patch on the Habs and the Knights at the time. He had only played 4 games. He had a goal and assist for 2 points, but that game winner was huge. Scotty Lawton had no goals. I'm picking him for a game breaker. Come on. Oh, man. All right, he had a huge block shot, though, man. Yep, he did. He had an enormous block shot before Willie's empty net goal. Close it off. He had 2 assists, though. He was just looking great in all situations, +1. I'm thinking it's going to continue. Another guy, he only played 2 games. Patches came in for him. In those 2 games, he had a point, though, +1. And Rob, scratch and score. I'm thinking he's going to get in that Florida series for a game or 2. And Max Domi. I'm scared when Max Domi's got the puck. He'll make mistakes, but he'll make some big plays. He was crucial in the elimination game. He was crucial with a game winner as well. Goal and assist for 2 points in 6 games. Beauty. The only guy in their injury list, you know everyone's hobbled, but officially is Hakanpää. He should be coming back if they need him in this round. All right, man. What about those Panthers, man? Florida, yeah. They dispatched of those Tampa Bay Lightning in 5 games. I picked Florida, Randy, so that's 1-1 for me, and you, on the other hand, are 0-2. Unreal, man. Anyway, man. Go on with those Panthers numbers. All right, man. Right, Randy. Sammy Reinhart led the way, 6 points in 5 games, 2 goals. No game winners. That's okay. Bennett, couple N's, couple of T's, a bunch of B's. Loads of body checks and 3 goals for 5 points. He also had 2 assists. Love that card. Game winner, though. Picked him as a game breaker for good reason. Alexander Barkov. Amazing player. He's just so good. I've got too many Barkovs to show you them. Trying to be quick here. Couple of quick autographs again. You saw them in part 1. No problem. Let's do it again. Look at this. Come on. Barkov had 5 points in 5 games. 1 goal and 4 assists. No game-winning goal. Luosterainen, 5 games, 1 goal, 4 assists. He was a +6, whereas Barkov was a +2. No game winners for Luosterainen as well. How can that be, man? Where did they come from, man? They came from this guy, for example, Nate Smith. 5 games played, 3 goals. 2 of those goals were game winners. Unreal. +4. Just what a round for Nate Smith. He had Kulikov, their second leading defenseman in points. 5 games played, 2 assists. You expected Ekblad to be there. No game winners there, obviously, with no goals. And in net, Bobrovsky here. Still looking like the usual Bob. All kinds of good numbers there. 2.21 goals against average, a save percentage of .901, and he was 4 wins with 1 loss. Also picked up a shutout. Pick up a couple more looks here. Some beautiful patches and Bob cards. Because Randy, this will be the last time you will get to see them because I'm picking the Leafs. Wow, man, that's an early pick, man. Not even done this preview, man. One more auto. Not even done. And another auto. Down. Game breakers, Randy. I'm picking Seth Jones. He had 5 games played, 1 goal, but that goal was a game winner. He also chipped in with a helper for 2 points, +5. Seth looking like the star he was brought in to be. Down. Anton Lindell. He had 5 points in 5 games, 2 goals and 3 assists, +3. Picking him as a game breaker. And the Rat. The rat. 4 points in 5 games. All of them were assists, but you know how he plays against the Leafs. Ridiculous, that's how. Have to choose him. Matty Tkachuk also. Come on. He had 5 points as well. For a point a game. 3 goals, 2 assists. No game winners, but you know how he plays against the Leafs. Carter Verhaeghe had 2 goals and 1 assist. I picked him as a game breaker. Every year I pick him. This year he was in the top 4 in points, so I did not. But now I am. +1. Hopefully he gets no game breakers against Toronto. I got Uvis Balinskis because it is extremely Leafy to lose guys that don't score very often if you're the Leafs. All right, man. Beauty dinner. Maybe eggplant chicken, man. Maybe. Look at that match. Maybe he will. Maybe he will score a couple of goals with pucks like this into his own net, Randy. Because I got the Leafs winning this in 7. Wow. You give no respect to Uvis Balinskis, glad. I got the Panthers in 7, man. Most people probably got the Panthers in 5 or something. I'm changing my pick. I got the Panthers in 6, man. Whatever, Randy. Doesn't scare me. You should be very, very scared, man. All right, man. On to the West, Randy, where Vegas. Both of us were wrong here. We picked the Wild to win, but they lost. The Wild were the better team. I'm sorry, they played better. They were the better team. They've got a bright future. That was a tough one to watch, but Vegas pulled it out. They won in 6. Boom, man, boom, man. Anyway, what happened, man? What happened, Randy, was of course led by the big head activation of Jack Eichel. Come on, man. Video scope static, man. There you go. Jack Eichel, under a point a game, though. He had 5 points in 6 games, 1 goal and 4 assists. No game winners there. Thomas Hertl had 5 points in 6 games. 3 of those were goals. None of them were game winners. Also chipped in with a couple of helpers. He was a -2. Jack Eichel was a -4. You see what I mean? The Wild, we're the better team. Oh, and I hear you, man. Then you got that other Eichel card. Show it, put it away, man. Talking about Stone, how about that one, man? Huge goal by Stone in Game 6. 6 games played, 2 goals. 1 of those was a game winner. Also chipped in with 2 helpers for 4 points. -1. Mark Stone always dangerous. Nick Roy out of nowhere. 6 games played, a goal, 2 assists, with 3 points as their 4th leading point getter. The Wild just took care of them in every way but W at the end. It happens, man. It does, unfortunately, I know. Shea Theodore had 4 points in 6 games. No game winners. Pietrangelo, he's a lumberjacking stud on defense there. 6 games played, 1 goal, 2 assists. And going up against the Oilers, we will get to how Oilers got there in a second. Pietrangelo had that lumberjacking issue with them last year, so we'll see if he could just keep his stick down this time. Aiden Hill backstopped them to 4 wins in 6 games. 2 losses, though, and a goals against average of 2.83. Save percentage under 9 at .880. Not good enough. Not good enough at all. Game breakers. I picked Howden. He had 3 goals. 2 of those goals, Randy, were game winners. No assists. +1. Got 2 game winners. Wow. I picked Barbashev as a game breaker. Barba. Man. He had a goal, but that goal was a game winner. Unreal picks. You picked very well for the game breakers, I should say, man. Thanks, Randy. Dorofeyev, who was in their top 3 point getters in the season, he got hurt. It says that he'll be ready on the 5th of May. They're going up against the Oilers, who were losing in the series 2-0 against the Canes. They're going up against the Oilers. They were down 2-0 against the Kings with that harmonica mojo. And then the Kings were up late in Game 3, trying to make quick work. But the Oilers came back, and they won 4 straight, finishing off the Kings in 6. I picked the Oilers, you picked the Kings, Randy. Stop with the rubbing it in, man. Not cool, man. Think about all the Kings fans, like Spinach King himself, man. I don't rub anything in, Randy. I told you, I changed my pick at the very last second there to Edmonton. But what did the Oilers do? I'll show you what they did. Led by McDavid, scoffed at the notion that they were hurt, that they were playing hurt and limping into the playoffs, and pretty much 2 points a game, 11 points in 6 games. 2 goals and 9 assists in there, plus 5, no game winners. And you have another one near 2 points a game. 6 games played, 10 points. Leon Draisaitl, 3 goals and 7 assists, plus 6, game winner. That's what you need from them, especially when you see up what they were giving up in net. Got Zach Hyman picked as a game breaker who did not have the best regular season, but here we are. This style suits him very well. 2 goals, 3 assists for 5 points in 6 games. No game winners. But this game breaker that I picked did have a game winner. Connor Brown, also built for the playoffs. 3 goals and 2 assists, 5 points plus 2. No game winner, actually. But a beauty of a game breaker. He just showed up. I'm telling you, he looked great. And on defense, looking like the old playoffs from last year for Bouchard. Picking up 7 points in 6 games, over a point a game. 4 goals, 3 assists. He had a game winner from a defenseman, always big. And their second leading defenseman in points. Klingberg. That's right, the same Klingberg who's always injured picked up 2 points in 5 games for a plus 3 as well. Beauty, 2 helpers. They need all of that offense from those top 2 studs because Stuart Skinner got skin. Yeah. Not good at all. 2 games played, goals against average of 6.11, save percentage of .810. That's awful. That is awful. The only one that was worse, Randy, was Lindgren at 8.57 and save percentage of 800. But when one gets skinned, the other one picks up the slack, and Pickard, Captain Picard. That's not Picard work. But he had 5 games played. One of those games that came in relief. 4 wins, 0 losses. Goals against average of .293, just under 3. Save percentage of .893, just under 9. Not great. Not great. Game breakers, I'm going with Frederick. He had a game winner in 6 games played. With the only goal he scored, he also contributed with 2 assists for 3 points. Yanmark had a game winner, picking him. 2 goals in 6 games, 1 assist for 3 points and a plus 3. And of course, Corey Perry, who was having a great year. He had 2 goals, 1 assist, including a power play goal. It was not a game winner, but you score on the special teams, it very often can be. Sticking with Perry. And injured still is Matthias Ekholm, who should be back on the 19th of May. So if they could find a way to beat Vegas, we will see him again. All right, now, time for your pick, man. All right, Randy, I'm going with the Oilers in 6. I'm going with Vegas in 7, man. Unreal, man. Wild stuff, Randy. All right, we're going to have to add this last series when we are in Canada. But for you, it will be in a blink of an eye. And just like that, here we are in Canada, ready to finish off the last series. And what an end it was. Those 2 Game 7s, unreal. Winnipeg Jets beat the Blues, just narrowly escaping elimination with 2 minutes left. The big dog, Cole Perfetti, oh, what a tying goal. And then in overtime, when all was said and done, Mr. Lowry got the game winner. We'll start it off with Kyle Connor, who picked up 12 points in 7 games, 4 goals, and he had 2 game winners. He was also plus 1. Unreal first round, 2 game winners. Then we got Mr. Mason Appleton, who picked up 6 points in 7 games, almost a point a game, plus 4, 6 assists, no goals there. This was a heavy loss. Scheifele missed the last 2 games. Still, he picked up 6 points in 5 games for being over a point a game. 2 goals and 4 assists, no game winners. He's expected back sometime in round 2. The aforementioned one, picked as a game breaker, Bo Perfetti, 5 points in 7 games, 3 goals and 2 assists. He was a -3. Beautiful. What a performance by him. And on defense, 5 points in 7 games. Not to be outdone, Mr. Neil Pionk with a goal and 4 assists. It's also +4. No game winners. And Josh Morrissey picked up 3 points in 7 games. That's a little under his pace for sure. -5. Not the typical numbers you would see from Mr. Morrissey. Speaking of not typical numbers, what happened? Every year in the playoffs, Connor Hellebuyck, lucky to be in the second round with these numbers. 7 games played, 4 wins, 3 losses. Goals against average of 3.85. This is a perennial Vezina winner or nominee with these numbers. And a save percentage of .830. Awful. That's horrible numbers for someone as good as Connor Hellebuyck. And Comrie came in relief. Normally the guys that come in relief are going to have the horrible numbers, because all you need is a goal in a period to have a crazy goals against average. But Comrie came in 3 times. 3 times Hellebuyck was pulled, and he still finished with a goals against average of 1.40 and a save percentage of .923. If Hellebuyck continues to falter, as crazy as it sounds, I would maybe give Comrie a look, because these numbers cannot continue if you expect to win a Stanley Cup with those numbers. It's not going to happen. Now, game breakers. We got Nemesnikov in 7 games played, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points. He had a game winner. And Lowry, picked as a game breaker, had in 7 games, 3 goals. One of those was a game winner. And I'm also going to pick Ehlers because, I mean, he only played 2 games, but he's also expected to be healthy for the entirety of round 2. He only had an assist in those 2 games and was a -2. Their injuries, Morrissey, Scheifele, and Logan Stanley should be back. Should be back for round 2. All right. And we're not going to have Randy here to finish it off. He's still sleeping off the jet lag. As crazy as it sounds, I woke up today. I was thinking, for example, that right now it's 4 p.m. I was convinced it was 4 p.m. And then my twin brother tells me, no, it's 10 a.m. Jet lagged. Wow. Anyway, so here we are. And what happened in the other series? We had Dallas and the Avs, and also there, the Avs were winning. Everything was looking rosy. And then what happened? The Avs wouldn't trade Rantanen within the conference. They traded him way out east, Carolina. And then Carolina ended up trading him to the rival of the Avs, Dallas Stars, and he haunted them down big time. We go. Rantanen. All he did was show up clutch with 3 goals and 1 assist and the game winner overtime to eliminate the Avalanche that he's wearing right here. In Game 7, he finished with 12 points in 7 games, almost 2 points a game. I gotta say, these cards look great in this weather right now. 5 goals and 7 assists, 1 game winner, -1. Total, complete game breaker. And then we had, this is really Wyatt Johnson I can find here. But ignore Mr. Kuzmenko there. Wyatt Johnson, shown on the left, ended up having 7 points in 7 games. Always nice to be a point a game. 3 goals and 4 assists with a game winner. He was -9. That's not great, but game winner, point a game, he did his job. And Rupi Hintz, in 7 games played, picked up 7 points as well. 4 goals and 3 assists, -1. No game winners, but those are good numbers, and they needed it because they were missing a couple of big pieces. Then you got Tyler Seguin, who in 7 games played, had 2 goals and 2 assists for 4 points. He was a +1. He did have a game winner. They were missing J-Rob for that entire first round. He got hurt in the last game of a pointless regular season game. And on defense, Thomas Harley, 7 games played, 5 points. He had 2 goals and 3 assists, -3. None of those was a game winner, but that's okay. And Cody Ceci, out of nowhere, again showing up. He just keeps getting cast off and picked up by other teams, and he's finding himself in the playoffs all the time. 3 assists. He was an even player, no goals, but he did play all 7 games. Ending up in 2nd in points from defensemen. And in goal, Jake Ottinger. Similar type of thing. He's had sort of an off year. Expected a little bit more from him. He did have 4 wins and 3 losses in the 7 games he played, all of the games. And the goals against average of 2.86, save percentage of .911. That's pretty good considering your goals against is almost at 3. Jake Ottinger has the potential to be the difference in the series. I could tell you that much, especially with Hellebuck having the numbers he's having. Now for game breakers, going off the board a bit here. I was going to pick him last time, former Leaf, Colin Blackwell, and I didn't, and he ended up getting the game winner anyway. The only point he got was a goal in 6 games played. He was -2, but that goal was a game winner. Mr. Blackwell. And of course, another game breaker I gotta pick always is Mason Marchment, who in 7 games had 3 points, 1 goal and 2 assists. No game winners, but that guy does get lots of game winners. He has to be picked. He didn't get a game winner in round 1, expected in round 2. Of course, Granlund as well, who had a goal, an assist, 2 points in 7 games. No game winners, but he's always in the dirty areas. I expect him to pick up a goal or 2, possibly a game winner as well. And there you have it. After all of that is said and done, it is time to make the picks. Because of injuries, Scheifele's coming back. He's a big name. J-Rob's apparently coming back for the Stars. He's a big name. They should be semi-fully healthy. You could ever say that in the playoffs. This is going to be a tough series. I'm thinking it's also going to go in 7. And I'm picking Dallas in 7. Unbelievable. Andy, what are you doing here? Oh, man. Have to get the picking, man. I'm picking the Jets. How about that one, man? In 6, man. Jets in 6. All right, Randy, going against me again. Oh, man. There you have it. That is the entire round 2 playoff preview. Hopefully, you've been enjoying the games. Round 1 is always going to be probably the best games. Extremely intense. Round 2, it will still be extremely intense. We shall see which team will remain the healthiest at the end of this round. It's going to be less and less fully healthy bodies. There will be more and more injuries. Now, hopefully you enjoyed the preview as well. If you did enough to share your comments, perhaps either on your picks, if you've watched any of the playoffs, your predictions, of course, are always welcome, or possibly some of the cards you saw again in the preview. As always, I would be grateful for that. And take good care of yourselves and take good care of those around you. Do not put anybody in the danger zone. No need for any stuff. Oh, man. And I will see you all soon.